Hey, this is where I love to sit. This is what booktubing looks like for me. Start the morning with my One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Do a bit of my Crime and Punishment translation project. And then War and Peace. And that's what I wanted to share a bit about today. I'm reading this as part of Simon Haisell's read along, which you'll find over at his Substack, Footnotes and Tangents. And it's so good. It's an excellent Substack. And it started at the beginning of the year. They're reading one chapter a week. I'm trying to catch up, so I'm reading 2 or 3 chapters. No, they're not. They're reading one chapter a day. And I'm trying to catch up by reading 2 or 3 chapters a day. And this morning I sat out here, read 3 chapters, and the writing was just sublime. And it's just such a beautiful way to start the day and to read such an incredible novel. And I wanted to share a bit about what I read this morning, just some of the text, if you'll bear with me. And here come the grass cutters. Of course, as soon as I sit down after spending an hour getting all this set up and this beautiful scenery, the grass cutters come out. I'll be getting mine out later probably as well. So look out, anyone around who wants to sit out and make a video this afternoon. I'm going to be cutting the grass. So I just took my bookmark out now, I can't find my place. Do I really want to record this with the grass cutter playing? It is what it is. Right, so the scene here is one of the war scenes. General Kutuzov fighting the French in Austria. And we get this beautiful piece of writing here. One step across that dividing line, so like the one between the living and the dead, and you enter into an unknown world of suffering and death. What will you find there? Who will be there? There, just beyond that field, that tree, that sunlit roof. No one knows, and yet you want to know. You dread crossing that line, and yet you still want to cross it. You know sooner or later you will have to go across and find out what is there beyond it, just as you must inevitably find out what lies beyond death. Yet, here you are, fit and strong, carefree and excited, with men all around you just the same, strong, excited and full of life. This is what all men think when they get a sight of the enemy, or they feel it if they do not think it. And it is this feeling that gives a special lustre and a delicious edge to the awareness of everything that is now happening. So a nice bit of Tolstoyan philosophy there, where we get a sense of what it must be like to be on the battlefield for the first time, or maybe not even for the first time. But it really puts you in the present, puts you in the moment, and you get a sense of life. Just jumping in with a wee bit of information that's too good not to share. This is the Anthony Briggs translation that I bought recently, and I'm very much enjoying. This one is the old edition that I read when I was doing my dissertation back in 1998. And this is Aylmer Maude translation, an old book from 1943. And I was tickled this morning when I was looking up some information to make this video better. And look, I found the exact same portion of the book which I had marked as being a standout passage in 1998. So what would I have been then? 27? Something like that? Yeah, 26 or 27. And here I am at 52, and I marked out exactly the same passage without realising that the younger version of me had marked out that passage as well. So I'm encouraged by that. Make of it what you will. And then a little bit later on, we get another example of that through the eyes of one of the main characters, Nikolai Rostov. And this is his first experience of being under fire. So they're burning a bridge. They've been given a command to go and burn the bridge, and Rostov is there. And we read, Nikolai Rostov turned away and began staring into the distance at the waters of the Danube, at the sky, at the sun, as if he were looking for something. How lovely that sky looked, how blue and calm and deep. Oh, the brightness and magnificence of that setting sun, the warm glow of the water on the far Danube. Even lovelier were the distant hills that shone so blue beyond the Danube. The convent, the mysterious gorges, the pine woods misted over to their tops. Everything so calm and happy. I would ask for nothing, nothing in the world, if only I could be there, thought Rostov. In me, only in me and that sunshine, there is so much happiness. And here, all this groaning and agony, this feeling of dread, all the uncertainty, this rushing about, there they are, shouting again, and everybody's running back somewhere, and I'm running too, and here is death hanging over me, all around me. One flash, and I'll never see that sunshine, that water, that mountain gorge ever again. Just then the sun disappeared behind the clouds, and more stretcher bearers came into view ahead of Rostov. And the dread of death and of the stretchers and the loss of all sunshine and life, everything fused into a single sensation of sickening horror. Dear God, who art in heaven, save, forgive and deliver me, Rostov whispered to himself. So it's an incredible description of the battlefield. And we're only at page 150 odd, so we've got lots and lots of that to come. I've read it before, so I've got a sense of what's coming, but to be reading it now at the age of 52 with the life experience that I have, and to be who I am in the world, I'm getting so much out of it. So thank you to Elfie, who's the one who led me here through a comment on my book haul video when I bought this book and it just arrived. Elfie commented on my book haul video to let me know about Simon's read along, and here I am sitting outside on a beautiful day, starting my day with such beautiful literature and listening to lawnmowers. So there we are. I'm also doing a read along now of Crime and Punishment, which of course you're very welcome to join. I've just started a new Substack, inspired largely by Simon, to do a Substack about crime and punishment in a similar way to what he's doing for War and Peace. So that's a labour of love. It's just starting this week, and you'll find it over at camscampbellreads.substack.com. Link in the description below. See you later.